Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to give you guys another option of adding my mistletoe charm onto a bracelet instead of the wreath like I did in my last video. So in this video, we will make this variation bracelet and I'll show you how to attach them on. But you will have to watch my previous video to make the actual charm. So you can make just one charm like this version or two like this one. I wouldn't recommend adding them all the way around because they really start to flip up if you do that. So choose one of these options. If you want to avoid adding the charm at all, you can still just make the bracelet, which I think is a really cool look. And we do make that on the loom. So to get started, we're going to have our openings of the loom facing us. We're going to be working with these two front pins down here. So the first thing we're going to do is choose the border. I'm going to use the same color as this one here. So my border will be white and the inner bands will be red. So we're going to start by grabbing the red ones. And it's going to be 3 bands every time we use this color. So drop the 3 red. And with your border, we're going to use that color and wrap a regular cap band around the right pin. We're then going to lay one more of the same border color right on top. Grab those 3 bands and flip them up and over. So they're sitting on the white. And then we're going to get our hook and flip the cap band over. I will say that this is made a lot different than any of my other 2-pin designs. It's technically originally a hook type of design, so it is a little different being made on the loom. So after you do that, we're going to grab another one of our white border bands and lay that on top. Now we need to, using our hook, we need to go down inside the opening of the band that we just laid and scoop up those white bands because we want them sticking up through the white that we just laid. Because if we leave it tucked down in there, it's harder to do the next step. So get a hold of all 3 of them like that so they're sticking up. And once you do that, we can flip the bottom band on both sides. We're going to push that down some, and now we're going to grab our next white. But this time, we're going to connect it to the left pin, and then I don't let it go yet. We're going to put our hook back through those 3 bands, which is why we pulled them up. Grab a hold of the band with your hook and pull it through those 3 red bands and then connect it to the other side. And now we can flip the bottom band again. We're going to grab another white band and we're going to lay it right on top. And once again, we want to scoop those red bands up so they're poking up through the band that we just laid. I try to grab them all 3 at the same time. Remember, you're going inside the center here to just pull them up a little. If you can't get them all at the same time, then do it one at a time. Then you can flip the bottom band. If you end up flipping the bottom band before you pull the reds up, you'll see that the reason I do it beforehand is you really got to get down in there and try to dig them out, and that just makes it easier. So we're going to pull another one through the center red like we did last time. So we're going to lay this on the left pin. I'm not going to let it go yet. I'm going to put my hook through the centers of all 3 of the red, grab the white, and pull it through and connect it to the right pin. And now we will flip the bottom band. So we alternate between laying it on top of the red and going inside of the red. If you are doing the 1 charm bracelet, we make 4 of these sections and then connect it. If you're doing the 2 charm bracelet, we make 3 of them and then connect it. I'm going to show you how to do the 2 charm version today. So after 3, we will connect it. So we're going to start the next section and we're going to grab 3 more of our red and we're going to lay it loose on the right pin. It does help to have the last section pushed down. And then we are going to lay our white right on top. We pull a total of 5 through each section from now on. So that would be band 1, and then we're going to flip up these loose red bands. And it is going to look a little weird. They might kind of just be laying all kinds of directions. And then we're going to bring up the bottom band. I do this slowly because the red bands do want to go crazy when we go to flip these bands up right here. Mine stayed a little good right now. Usually they go all different ways. So after you do that, we're going to grab another border, and that's going to be the second band of this section. Lay it on top. Go down in the center and scoop those 3 up and just pull up. You don't have to yank on it hard, just enough so it's poking up like that through the white, and loop the bottom band. We're going to grab our third white for this section, and we're going to connect it to the left pin. We're going to put our hook back through all 3 of the red like this. We're going to grab that white, pull it through, connect it to the other side. Flip up the bottom band on each. We're going to lay our next white on top. This is band 4, and we're just going to scoop those red up from inside, pull it up a little, and flip the bottom band. And one more time, we need to do it the other way. So we are going to bring our last band through by connecting it to the left pin, going through the center of the 3 reds, and pulling that white band through, connect it to the right, and flip up the bottom on both sides. And we just completed 2 sections now. After the section is complete, then you can pull it like this. You don't want to go pulling on it until the section is complete. So we are going to start the third section again. So once again, we're going to grab 3 bands of the same color, lay it on the right pin, and lay your first border on top for this section. Flip up the 3 red bands. And now we're going to flip up the bottom band on each pin. Try to do it slowly so your bands don't get too unorganized. Push that down. Grab your second border band for this section and lay that straight across. We're going to go in and pull the reds up. My 2 over here are a little smushed, so I'm just going to reach down in the opening and pull them up. And then I'm going to try to bring this over with them. Like that. Once you have them pulled up, flip over the bottom band. We're going to grab our next one, and this is the one that we're going to pull through the center of the red. So put your hook through. I like to usually already have my white connected to the left. Pull that through and flip the bottom band on each. So we're going to repeat that again. Like I said, we alternate which way we do it. So this time we're just going to lay it right on top. Pull up the red from inside. Loop the bottom band. And for our last band, we're going to go through the center of the red. I'm going to connect my white, go through the center, and pull it through. And flip the bottom band on each. So we just completed the third section now. I'm going to pull on it. And since we are doing, or since I am doing the version where we connect 2 charms, I'm going to connect one of them right now. If you are doing the one where you only connect 1 charm, you're going to wait and do 1 more row and connect it after we complete the 4th section. So I'm going to grab one of my charms here. And all we're going to do is lay it right on top, just like we would lay any of our border bands. Connect your charm and loop the bottom band on each side. That's literally all you have to do to connect your charm. Push it down, and now we're going to continue on just like we were doing after each section anyway. We're going to grab 3 of our red bands and lay them loose on the right pin, and then lay your first white border on top for this next section. So now we're working on section 4. We're going to flip the red over, loop the bottom bands, push it down. We're going to lay our next border on top, scoop up the red bands from inside, and loop the bottom band over. Our next one is going to go through the center of the red, so I'm going to connect it to the left and pull it to the center and flip the bottom band. We're going to lay our next one on top, scoop up the red in the center, and flip the bottom band. Very repetitive, I know. And to finish off section 4, connect your border to the left pin and pull it through the middle. And loop up the bottom band. So we are both going to be adding a charm one right now. If you're doing just the one with the one charm, you're going to be adding your first charm or your only charm right now. And if you're doing the version that I am doing with 2 charms, we also add our charm one right now. So I'm going to slide my next one off. And I didn't say this the first time, but hopefully you guys figured it out. Make sure your bows are facing up and not down. Like that. Attach your bow on and loop up the bottom band. Alrighty, so now you're going to go back to making the sections. You need 7 total if you have a similar wrist to mine. You may even need 8 of them, but I'm going to put a timestamp at the bottom of the screen. You can rewind it right back to that point and keep following me again in case you need step-by-step instructions. Complete it about 3 more times. Once it's long enough to fit around your wrist, come on back and we will close it out, which is a super quick process, but it's a nice clean closure. Alrighty, so I just completed my last section. I have a total of 7 of them done. If your wrist is bigger, you can add 8. I actually had to do 8 on one of my versions. Do however many sections you need to fit your wrist size, and then bring both ends together. We're going to attach our C-clip to this, but I'm also going to be showing you how to fix the cap band down at the other end so it's a nice clean closure. So I'm just going to attach my C-clip real quick. You're going to want your hook. You're going to come down to the end where your cap band is. We want to pull 1/2 of the cap band to the other side, so it's really not hard. Using your hook, you're going to go under all 3 of the red bands. Keep 1/2 of the cap band to the left, and you're going to grab 1/2 of that cap band, and you're just going to pull it through to the other side. Like that, and then bring both ends together. And once I do that, I like to pull on it just to even it out. And that's where we're going to attach the other end of our C-clip. Like that. So now it looks the exact same on both sides. That's it for today, you guys. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.